So one of the biggest problems that people tell me at the moment that they're dealing with, and probably you're dealing with at the moment, is a lot of uncertainty. Uncertainty about your economy, uncertainty about financial issues, uncertainty about maybe your health or your family or friends, maybe even your future or the future of your business and your work. So what do you actually do about that? How can we be able to live in a place dealing with uncertainty? So there are a lot of things that we can do, but here's something very real, very tangible that you can do today for free. Your brain really only works in two ways, and there's all sorts of processes going on in your mind, in your brain all the time. But it can think emotionally, and it can be thinking, right, there's this, and this is really good, or this is really bad, and all the things tied into emotion. But it can also think very kind of cold and rationally and logically. And depending on the kind of person that you are, you'll probably find yourself maybe feeling mostly one way or the other. You say, I'm quite an emotional person. You hear people say that. Or people say, I'm very kind of logical and this is the way that I am. And what I say to yourself is think both. When it comes to uncertainty, if you're having a very strong emotional reaction, just pause and think, okay, can I try and use the logical side of my brain? Can I use my logic a bit more? Or if being very logical and perhaps being very pessimistic and you're thinking, I need a bit of optimism here. I need to go a bit more with my feelings. So I want you to try and use both parts of your brain. So when you're dealing with something and say it's something you think, right, it could be really bad. You think, okay, that could be really bad. And then you might have a bad feeling about it. So you use your logic and you say, okay, well, if that happened and it was really bad, I'd have to do that, I'd have to do that, I'd have to do that. You get very pragmatic. And it can be really helpful. So that way you've used your logic to help you with the uncertainty. But it also works the other way. So say you're being particularly logical and you're dealing with an issue and you're just feeling very kind of flat and there's no emotion there. You say to yourself, well, I need to bring a bit of vitality, I need some energy. And you might say, I've been sat down too much. I need to go out and do some exercise, or I need to listen to some music. And it brings some vitality into what you're doing. So try that with your uncertainty. If you're having a very strong emotional reaction and it's negative, think, can I be a bit more logical? If you're having at the moment, using a lot of logic and that's quite negative, or you're struggling with that, think, okay, can I bring some positive emotion? You can use both. You can use both. So chances are, if you're dealing with uncertainty and it's getting to you and it's getting you down, or you can't see the wood for the trees, chances are you're using one side of your brain. You're using the one that's more comfortable. So try using that one that's a little bit more uncomfortable. It doesn't quite come as naturally, but that way you can often find solutions. And even if you can't find solutions, you'll find some kind of inner strength that says, all right, I'm not really sure what's going to happen right now, and I'm okay with that, all right? So emotions and logic, use both parts of your brain, and uncertainty, you can handle it, and you can handle it very well.